Welcome back, everybody. Old Shaman here again with another manga pickups for the month of May. I was actually going to hold off on this one. I have a few more packages coming in the mail, but as of right now, these are going to be the pickups for this month. And so far, I've gotten pretty much everything that I needed to get for a few old series, and I'm also starting a few new series as well. Kind of trying to get caught up with Golden Kamuy as well as Dr. Stone, so you'll be expecting those probably here in the next pickups. Promised Neverland as well, also trying to get into that. Read the first volume courtesy of Apollo Gray for sending me that. It's pretty good, so I'm going to truck forward with that. Hopefully we get some good stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just talk about what we got into this month. So first things first, we have is Uzumaki Volume 1 and Volume 2, that is complete, and then, Volumes 1 through 3, that is complete. So I got this in a lot with a bunch of other Junji Ito stuff, and the price was just too cheap to pass up, so I decided to go with the singles. I know the hardcovers are nice, I know that they're good quality and whatnot, but the singles are just as good. And not only that, but I barely paid basically maybe a third of what it usually costs retail for these volumes. I think I paid $20 for the lot, and I got a lot of good stuff in it. So next is Gaio Volume 1 and 2. I have not read it yet. It looks really good. The artwork also looks pretty damn awesome as well. Hopefully I'll get to reading it here pretty soon. Alright, so one of the major pickups this month, I got Iron Walk John Volumes 1 all the way down to Volume 21, and then Volume 23, 25, and Volume 27. So, this is a obscure pickup for me. So, this is one of the few Comics 1 and Dr. Master titles that I managed to track down quite a hefty amount of. This is a very, very out-of-print series, almost damn near impossible to find if I do say so. If you do find a lot on eBay for a good price, I definitely recommend that you guys jump on it. The series is very, very expensive, and I'm very lucky that I found a lot of these volumes for pretty much dirt cheap. So, I'm glad I own it, but I'm also not happy that I have to track down the remaining volumes, and those volumes in particular are very expensive. So, we'll see if we get to that point, but for now, we have what we have. I might do a review on it just because it is actually a pretty good series, so I might check it out then. Tucked here in the corner, I don't know if I did show this last video, but the Berserk Master Edition or Deluxe Edition, Volume 1, it's still sealed. It's gonna stay that way just because it looks nice. I've read a little bit at Barnes & Noble, but as you can tell, I already own all of Berserk up here, and if I really wanted to read it again, I'll just pop one of these open. The deluxe editions are very nice though, and I'm actually looking forward to collecting this, so glad to finally get into that. Next we have is Blame, Volumes 1 through 10. That is complete. Decided to finally get into this series. A lot of people have been telling me about Nihei and how great some of his works are. And Blame was definitely a good place to start. The artwork, well, is rough around the edges. Starts out to be a little bit, not as good, but it gets a lot better as the series progresses. And a lot of his other series as well have a lot of good pieces of art. So this is his start. It starts out pretty good, and it only gets better from there. So really happy to finally get into Nihei work. So pretty good. Alright, up here we have is Eden, It's an Endless World, Volumes 1 through 14. That is complete as far as the English release goes. Dark Horse did cancel this, so that means that the last few remaining volumes are not going to be printed in English. There's always the possibility the series does get picked up or Dark Horse does finish what they started, but the chances of that are sort of lacking, but, who knows, maybe we'll get it one day. Alright, next up here we have is Gantz Volumes 1 all the way down to 37. Wow, so let's just kind of recap what we were looking at last time. So we had everything else up here. We were missing Volume 16. That was the one volume we were missing for the second phase. Got that. Really happy to have that now. Let's see, volume 24 was one of the volumes I was missing. 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37. So that means that Gantz is finally complete. And I'm very happy to say that I now finally own the whole series. Like I said before, I was satisfied owning 1 through 25. That sort of recaps the best of the arcs for me. The later half of Gantz is just really kind of disappointing around volume, I would probably say around 31. That's when the series starts to really just go downhill from there. A little rough patch here. I think the Italian alien arc is where it starts to fall down, which is like volume 30, I think, is where it is. But yes, Gantz finally complete. Happy to own all of that now. I can finally rest easy at night. Alright, last but not least we have is Museum of Terror, Volume 1 and 2, and that is Tomy. That is all of Tomy right there, and honestly, you know, I liked Shiver and I liked Frankenstein, but I think Tomy might be the weakest one for me so far. I might go back and reread it, but I actually really liked Frankenstein, I think, the most so far. I hear that changes with Uzumaki and Gaio. I hear those are better, but we'll see. Tomy is okay. It's not bad. I think a lot of people consider this to be the best work as well, so it's a mixed bag. Some people like it, some people hate it. I don't hate it. I think the artwork is spectacular. Junji Ito definitely is a great artist as well as mangaka, so he definitely has nothing to worry about there. I'm trying to think if I have anything else that I didn't remember in the last haul, but it looks to me like I pretty much got everything. I think one of the series I did forget a long time ago to talk about was Dark Edge. Volume 7, 9, and I think 6 I didn't get in the last video. I had 1 through 5 I think featured, but just in case I didn't show it, volumes 1 through 6, 7, and then 9 over there on that side. And then continuing over there, Vinland Saga, Volume 1 and 2, Fist of the North Star, and High School of the Dead. Alright guys, so that is it for the manga collection for May, or not manga collection, but manga haul. Hopefully I'll get a collection out here pretty soon. I also sold off some manga, so that's another thing to keep in mind. So just remember, hopefully I'll have a collection video out here, but I'm glad that I got a few things this month. I'm probably going to take a break here, so just keep that in mind. We might not have a huge haul next month. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. As always, have an awesome day. Peace out.